my name is Kalis Kaleopa'a, and we're here at Ala Moana Beach Park to celebrate Uncle China's inspiring life today with all of his friends and family. And this is what he did the best, was bring everybody together to have a good time. And I think there's no better way to send him off than to be surrounded by the people who loved him the most. Aloha.
We love all your stories that you guys have been telling us, that your special memories of my dad, how you met him, how he's touched your lives.
Alright, I'm just gonna share a few words, kind of from my perspective about that. Man, this guy's been through the good, the bad, the ugly, and then back around again. I mean, he's been through it all, and when he went in, when he fell at home and he got hurt, and the neighbor's kids found him, I was like, you have like 100 lives, because there's so many times throughout his life that something could have happened and he would have been gone a lot earlier. But thanks to Kanoe and Justin and the pastors, they got dad. They introduced him to God, and he was able to forgive a lot of the stuff that might have happened to him in the past and move on from anything that was stressing him out. But the last few days we had with him, more so in the hospital, because he could still talk then. He would always tell me when I was either me or Kanoe in the hospital, alone with him, and he would always tell me, I'm so sorry. He said, I've been such a bad dad. I wasn't there. The thing with dad is he spoke through his actions. Like you hear a lot of your guys' stories, everyone that came up. Everything we learn is from actions that we saw him just do naturally. And so I was trying to think of what to say, I was like, okay, we gotta say something. We can't just say thank yous, right? I wanna let him know three things that I learned from him without him actually teaching me. So the first one is he had a lot of friends, obviously. I mean, if you look around, I don't even know how much people is here, but this is probably only maybe half of the people that, would want to be here. Some people are overseas and could not be here. So every time I would travel, any place I would go, Japan, like Mongo was saying, Australia, guys would come up to me, oh, you're China-san? I was like, oh, yeah, oh, nice to meet you. I know your dad. He's such a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, right on. And after a while, it's just one of those things. Guys come up to, oh, I know your father. Oh, right on. Like, oh, I know your father. Oh, right on. Like, my parents separated when we were small, so him knowing that we would be with my mom and my grandparents, he'd always say, hey, you guys better not screw up because I get plenty eyes. Better not do anything wrong because I'm going to find out. And obviously looking around here, this guy had plenty eyes on us. We got older, we go to the clubs, we go to the bars. Now the bouncer's telling me, oh, look at my, oh, you China-san? Oh yeah, go there. Money pay. Oh, hey, right on, check out. And then the bartenders and the waitresses is like, oh yeah, I know your father, this and that. The amount of friends he had was crazy because this guy is not, by all means, he's not rich. He was never rich. Sometimes he might have acted like it when he was in the bar buying everybody drinks. I don't know how he paid for it, I don't want to know. But I can tell you right now, this guy was not rich. When dad passed, I told Kanoe, okay, so we gotta look at, the logistics of things. Okay, how much money did I get? I was like, oh shit. Everybody would give him bottled water and thank you for coming. And that's something that I learned from him, is that to be friend rich is way better than being money rich. Yeah, the second one is his loyalty. Like some of the other guys said, you know, he had that old school mentality, and to see the loyalty that he had with his friends. You know, we come down here, we grew up over here at the park. He had his longboard club friends, he had his West Side friends, his North Shore. He had friends all over, you know, and to see him jump at a phone call's notice to go help somebody, or if they needed something, whether it was legal or illegal, he could find it and he helped them out. You know what I mean? But the loyalty he had between him and his friends is something that I will never forget. And the last one is, like some people already touched on, is he always put other people first. You know, whether he had, if he had, like Uncle Butch said, if he had, he give. You know, he would get stuff from his sponsors. If he had them in his van, you needed something, he'd give them to you. If you needed something and he thought you deserved it, he would go get it and he would give it to you. And that's something that I'll always remember. One story that really stuck out in my mind was a friend of his from elementary time. I guess they were neighbors living in the same apartment. But he said, you know, your dad from day one would walk him because he was smaller, he was younger. He would walk him to school and home from school every day. And he remember dad telling his mom, when the mom asked my dad, "Oh, you sure you got him?" And my dad, he remembers my dad telling his mom, "No, auntie, I got him." Basically, he's gonna watch over him as he goes to school and comes home from school. So that shows me that even from a young age, Dad was already watching over people. Also, another memory I have of Dad taking care of his friends was when he used to work with Uncle Kopi on the movie set. You know, he had the craft service, and then there was one time that one uncle was supposed to come and help out, but he didn't show up. And I asked him, I was like, "Hey, Dad, uncle don't show up. Just let him go already." Like, in a sense of, fire him. Like, he just came out of jail. He doesn't have anything, you know. So I'm gonna be here for him. He needs a job. I'm gonna give him a job. And that's kind of what I saw my dad do time and time again. Was because of his experiences in the past, he could relate to a lot of people on a different level. And I think it was that one of his friends or one of the guys at church asked him, "What makes you happy? What makes you the most happy in life?" And he said his contest. And so we had already talked about it. We were like, "Hey, okay, let's try to bring it back. You know, let's talk about it. You know, we gotta figure out the logistics since a lot of stuff changed." And then everything happened. So with that said, Dad, don't worry, we'll be bringing it back within the next couple of years. We'll carry on your legacy.